we have $10 that you and your 4 friends have earned, and we need to figure out how to divide that up so each of your 4 friends can earn the same amount of money. So we should have our problem set up to look like this, where we have our dividend on the inside and the divisor on the outside. So the first thing we need to think of is, if we look at the very first number, the number in the tens column, can we divide that 1 into 4 groups? And we can't. So then we look at both of these numbers and we think of, can we divide 10 by 4? Or how many groups of 4 can we take out of 10? And 10 divided by 4 gives us 2. And then we're going to multiply, so 2 times 4 to give us 8. So we're saying that we can take 2 groups of 4 away from 10. Those 2 groups of 4 are 8. So once we've taken those 2 groups of 4 out of 10, let me put in my subtraction line here, we have 2 left. So far you've taken that $10 and you've given each person $2. But there's still $2 left, so what do we need to do? We're going to put in a decimal in the dividend, and a decimal also then goes in the quotient. Now we can add more zeros. When we write $10, we will very frequently write it like this, as 10.00. Let me change the font here so everything matches up. And then we can also just continue our division line. So our new problem is going to look like this. Notice how this looks a lot like one of the ways that we would write $10, just with the decimals behind it, or a decimal and 2 zeros behind it. So remember, when we have a whole number, we can add a decimal and zeros behind that decimal, and it's not going to change the value. I could keep going on here forever adding zeros, and that wouldn't be changing the value of the number, but we're not going to do that because we don't need to. So then we're going to look at, or we'll need to bring this 0 down. And even though this decimal leaves a weird box in here, we can ignore it and think of this as the number 20. What is 20 divided by 4 now? Well, we know that 4 goes into 20 5 times. So now we're going to do 5 times 4 to get 20 and do the subtraction problem here. Let me put the subtraction line underneath it. And 20 minus 20 is 0. And now we need to bring down this last 0, and 4 times 0 is going to get us 0. So then we know that $2.50 is what each person is going to get. So I can put that in this box here. Our quotient is going to be $2.50. Each person in our group is going to get $2.50 of that original $10.